I can click onto them.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. This is Betty McKnit, your crochet mama, and this is day 6 of the 60 crochet along. And I have Courtney, aka Goth Fairies Creations, over on TikTok. So you're going to hear her voice from TikTok. And if you want to see our convo on both of us, you could head over there and see us both, but we're going to just talk for a few minutes about the collaboration that we did on the new baby blankets and the Loveys that that Courtney has done for us. So I'll let you go ahead and start, Courtney.
We have the Fairy Lovey, which is my most recent, which has pretty wings on the back and nice rainbow like Lovey. We also have the new Loveys that you designed to go with them, which you still need to make up. They look lovely. And then there's the bear and the bunny that I have as well, which will be giving you a second to grab. Put my shelf, my bunny's up there, but my bear is hidden.
I don't even actually know what I ended up, where I put the Loveys, but I don't.
The bunny, which was the first Lovey we did.
She's so cute.
And then my little bear.
He's so cute too.
The 3.
Yeah, so we kind of did our first round when we did the viral blanket, and that was like 2 years ago. So now there's 3. There's a fairy, a bear, and a bunny. And so if you want just the Lovey, you can go to Courtney's Etsy and get the Lovey portion. Or if you want a bundle that has the blanket and then a matching Lovey portion, which is what I'm going to work on doing today on my end of the live, is I'm going to demonstrate this, the Ridgy Didge Lovey, which is basically the star blanket Lovey, the same one Courtney did with the ridge stripe in it.
It looks lovely. I need to make some of those now that I have a bit more time.
I mean, I have a confession. I did pack up all my different Loveys. And I don't know what I did with them. They're in, they're all packed up really nice, but they're not sewn together because, like, if you look at the pictures of my Loveys, I have like the little brown angel, or the angel. They look like angels to me, but I have the little brown one. But she's that head is also the bear. So the hair is covering the bear's face in the photo. So I just turned that around. So I didn't sew them together so that I could mix and match the different colors and the parts and make different things. And it was actually really fun doing that because, it's like a lot of other things. You make these combinations and you don't know what really like the winning combination is going to be, right? Or things you make a combination that you weren't expecting. Like I wasn't expecting the bear to like look so good with those bright rainbow colors, but he did. He looked really cute. He came out.
I need to make myself another bear.
That one was actually my favorite. Was the rainbow bear with the bow. I think I put the bow in his hair, and
that's why I want to make another one. So I can have it go with the rainbow. It's pretty.
I did that with the rainbow. Where is my rainbow Lovey? And I spent time organizing before I got on the call, and I'm still a mess. So
I think the blanket to work on.
Ooh, that looks so nice. How many colors are you doing with that?
Just these 4, the purple, blue, pink, and blue.
Okay, cool.
I need to hurry up and finish it. so that I can post it, because August has crept up on me and that baby is due.
Oh, the babies do. Oh, wow. Okay.
So I need to, because I was doing this one over on Twitch, but then, like, my life got chaotic for a while. So now I'm just like, I might just crochet over here for a bit. Do some random TikTok lives here and there, just getting it done, where I don't have to worry about the overhead. I can just keep it up here and crochet.
Okay. Yeah, I've been kind of worried about you, actually, because you haven't been around much.
I've been reading.
And then I would see you do these, like, random TikToks about, you know, about reading.
That's where I've been.
And then the one night I was working on the collabs and the bundles. Yeah. And I'm like, she's probably not going to see these until, you know, until she wakes up, because it's like 3 a.m. It was like 3 or 4 a.m. your time.
Yeah.
And then I'm like putting them through, and you're like approving them right away. And I'm like, what is she doing? How is she awake right now?
Because I was reading these massive books that were.
Oh my goodness. I've had some.
It would be like a week and like 2 days to get through them all.
I have to.
So that was my obsession.
I have to kind of shift my. I don't know what I don't know why my chair always, like, it just moves over.
There's not in the right spot.
Nope. I think I sit crooked, number one, and then I don't know what happens, but I always end up off to one side. Okay.
I think when you were doing the bundles, I just finished one of the books and was in that processing what I just read before I went to sleep.
Okay.
And I saw the notification, like, oh, well, I'm awake, I might as well deal with this.
Yeah, that kind of came as a surprise.
Yeah.
So this is the Ridgy Didge I did the other day, the swatch. And I messed up. Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it.
Give me a second. We'll press play on some of the other ones and get it to catch up. Because I am in my office, so I can put it on the other monitor. There we go.
Yeah, this is the swatch that I did, but I wanted the green in between the two oranges, so I messed up. I really wanted it to go white, peach, green, orange. That is the order I wanted to do the colors in. Someone's talking to me. Hi, Dee. Or should they be like this? Either way, the white and the tan are close to each other. It doesn't really...
Yeah. I think I like the first one. The first one that you did.
Okay, so that's the order I'm going to do. I messed up here, but I'm going to do it on this. So it's going to be white, toy,
I really like that.
Lincoln,
It's really pretty.
Orange. Thank you, Courtney. So I'm going to get this started. Should I put you on overhead, or you want to stay like this?
Well, that's what you've been doing.
That's
what you've been doing so that people can see.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me.
I guess I'm going to have to...
I need to remember to send all the Loveys, the extra ones, to all of my lovely tappers. I'll do that.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Because I'm slowly convincing some of them. I'm like, you guys should make blankets. They're so fun.
For the rest of the year, I want to focus on garments. I'm tired of blankets.
Yeah.
Dee is saying hello to you over on YouTube.
I I have another just standard hexagon cardigan because I can do that without looking. I'm very proud of myself. I did it at the movies in the dark.
In the dark, even.
Yeah, it was great. So when I took it to the movies, I had just done up to this grey, and then I got up to about here in the 3-hour movie.
Wow.
Because you don't have to, like, you're feeling for the gaps. But you could just zoom right along.
Yep, that's why row 3 is my favorite.
Yeah.
Adrienne, I'm going to flip to overhead in a second so you'll see it. Yeah. I'm just very slow moving today, which I think actually works a little bit better for the lives. Like yesterday, I was really, really happy with my live. I crocheted really slow, but mostly because I was tired.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to take it slow.
Good idea. And especially because you're starting something like from the beginning, like you need to pay attention to that.
Yep. And I go way too fast for people if I just am at my normal pace. It's too fast for the people who really need the video. The people like you that have done, a bunch of my patterns and understand how I think and how I write patterns, you don't need the tutorial.
Although they were very helpful when I first started.
Yes, it's the people that are just first starting that and don't understand it yet that need it. So I need to just go slower.
Because I think we're coming up, because we're in August now, I think we're coming up to when I did the crochet along with you, the first one that I did.
Oh, really? How many years has that been?
That was in 2019 when I made my first one.
Goodness.
Yeah. And I made it with a 4mm hook because, like a 4.5 or something ridiculously small. With my super tight tension, and it was massive, and it took me ages to finish.
Now you know better.
I'm gonna make it this massive bed, and it'll be great.
Now you know better.
I've also just learned a lot more about my tension and how things work. Like, I'd only been crocheting for a year and a bit by that point. And I'm glad I found them, because now these are the only blankets I make, because everything else is just, I'm like, I want to go back to this. This is what I like. But I know it's what I like. And every single one looks so different.
They do. And the new variations are fun too. I mean, well, the Australian confetti is not a new variation, but that has just been hanging out there for forever. Without me writing it up. So I just finally just wrote it up, and there are some, I mean, what I was realizing yesterday as I was working on it live, is there are a lot of nuances, when you change one thing, it's not, I think people don't realize that sometimes, because they're like, oh, Betty, I did the 6-day like this, and here you go, like you could publish it like this. Well, working it up is one thing, but writing it up and catching all the little nuances and all the little things when you change something is a completely other thing. So, okay. It definitely is. I mean, there's a lot. When you write patterns, there's just a lot. And then and then when you make videos, there's a lot. So I'll just give my disclaimer. If you're watching this video, beyond the time that we're live right now, because this will be on YouTube and it'll be up there forever. But if you're watching this in the future, I'm talking to future people, you need the pattern as well. You cannot just do this from the video. So Andrew is here. Andrew says, "Hey, Queen Betty." So funny. You guys are too funny. I love TikTok.
It's honestly so cool. I literally love it.
I love TikTok. Okay, I'm supposed to be live over here in the Betty McKnitiverse too, and I never did. I never went live. I don't think I went live over there yesterday.
I don't remember.
Because you were reading. You're cheating on me with books.
I was getting ready for bed, actually, when I saw, like, I'd put the book down.
I was like, oh, good, she's here. I thought you were here on purpose. I thought you were here on purpose. I was like, oh, great, Courtney's coming.
So I was in bed already because I was feeling really sick yesterday.
Oh, my goodness.
I picked up this cold off of probably one of the kids I teach, and so I was like, no, I'm in bed. It's sleep.
Oh, man.
Had it been any other night when I'd been up reading, I probably would have hopped up because I've been up till silly o'clock quite a bit.
This is the thing I got off of Amazon to rest my arm on while I'm crocheting.
Is it helping?
It is helpful. I need one for this side too. And
especially when you're leaning forward like that.
Yeah.
People can see. I definitely struggle with remembering to hold it down so people can see what I'm doing, because I very much crochet up here where I can see so that I don't bend down and hurt my neck.
Yeah, you have to hold it down, and if you're crocheting on an overhead camera, you have to kind of turn your hands up too. Yeah, and that's the part that I forget to do, and or zoom in and out. So all right, I guess I'll just put this down here because you can't really see it, but I need it. Okay, so this is the Ridgy Didge Lovey, which is going to be very similar to the Ridgy Didge Star, which I'm going to, continue this Lovey and make the star. But I know that there are some people that'll be able to take this Lovey and be like, oh, so that's how you do the star. But there are a couple things that are a little bit different than the star blanket. But anyways, I'll just do it. I'll just do it. And if people have questions, just interrupt me and ask the questions. So I'm using Stylecraft Special DK in 4 different colors. Let's see, what size hook did I use with this?
That is a good question.
Looks like I used an H and an I. So the star blankets you need a little larger hook than what you would use on your back and forth work. And the reason for that is because it's a 7-pointed star. So it's actually not 100% circular. So we're making up for that, the distance that the yarn has to go around by just crocheting with very loose tension. So Courtney has very tight tension, so I don't know. What do you use on a star blanket, Courtney?
A 7 or an 8. I use a 7 usually on the Loveys, and then an 8 if I'm making a blanket.
Wow.
8 millimeter. Because I use, so like this one that I'm working on now, I'm using a 6 millimeter with DK weight.
Wow. Okay.
To get it to lay the way that I want it to.
Cool. Okay, so the other thing is, even this is the Ridgy Didge stripe, but what Courtney and I kind of discovered when doing the last round of Loveys was that we think that the star blanket looks better if you change colors every 3, if you make the stripes narrower, instead of doing the full like 6 rows of stripe like the regular 6-day kid blanket, especially for this small Lovey because it's so small. then you need a you need to change every couple of rows instead of every 6 rows. Hang on, I gotta say something. I'm doing a shell stitch scarf for a friend as a request. She wants it to flare at the bottom. I was thinking I would jump up 2 hook sizes for the stitches instead of adding stitches. I mean, you can do that. It just depends on how much she wants it to flare. So I would try it. You can always tear it back and redo it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and starting with color A, chain 4, and slip stitch into the first loop. And I know there are a million people right now going, I would just do magic loop to start it. I don't like the magic things. I feel like whenever I hear that word magic, I'm like, uh-oh, somebody's calling it magic to make it sound better than it is.
Totally useful for amigurumi because you can then knot the inside after you've sewn it together.
Yeah.
Because it's on the inside of a piece.
Magic ring or magic.
Else good for chain.
Yeah. For a blanket, I would not use magic loop or magic ring or magic whatever the heck it's called. Anything that starts with magic, I'm like, don't be fooled, kids. Like, you know, it's like, I'm like, that's why I call myself the crochet mama, because it's like, you'll shoot your eye out, you know. It's like that. All right. Yeah. So chain 3, all magic comes with a price.
Exactly.
Yep. That's right. Okay.
I went and found this star to show you the difference because I realized I have a star from when we did the bear in the thicker color, like the thicker color stripe.
Oh, okay.
That we did. Where I think we did.
So I'm watching you and it's on delay. Yeah. Oh, I see it. Yep.
Yeah. Versus the Lovey that we did, which was the 3 row.
Yeah.
In the same color.
I think when you did that one, that's when somebody said, "Oh, that looks like a sunflower."
Yes. But I still want to make a sunflower. Too many ideas, not enough time.
I know. I keep saying I wish I could crochet faster. Okay, so I'm on round 1 while you were talking. It's chain 3 and 13 double crochet into the ring, 14 double crochet total. So that's what I've been doing. All magic comes with a price. I'm stealing that. Sometimes I'm watching people do their crochet tutorials and they start off their project and they only leave like this much of an end. And I'm like, oh my God, my whole nervous system goes into overdrive. It's like, that's gonna come out.
I leave really long ends because I'm like, this is not coming out. I would rather have too much to sew in and then cut the end off of that.
Yeah.
Than not enough.
And I don't know, people seem to want to close up this hole all the way. I don't see why it has to be closed unless you're doing Ami, but
yeah, it doesn't need to be. I don't pull it super tight.
It's a design choice, I guess. Usually at the end of when I'm all done, I'll take this and I'll run it under the stitches, and then I'll take it through to the other side and I'll run it through those guys again. And when I run it through, I might run it the circle in the opposite direction, you know, like go that way and then go in and go the other way, and that is not going to come out. Okay, and then we're slip stitching into the top of the starting chain. Oh my gosh. I'm just like, it's like I'm underwater or something. I really need another cup of coffee. And I'm remembering that I'm going to need a stitch marker here, so just going to go fishing for one.
I don't have to count on this road.
Woohoo! Oh, these are the stitch markers I want. Whoops! Got my little... I have my little... This is my little thing for lives that I keep right next to me so that when I'm on my lives, it'll be there. And then I just keep throwing other stuff in here.
Yeah, you have to sort it every couple of weeks.
I need to clean. That's the thing I don't really like doing, is cleaning.
I have also just finished most of the rearranging of the way I store things in this room.
Okay.
So I can get to all of my yarn.
Well, I think
it was fine when I had the yarn in the cupboard, but then I put the shelves there, and then I kept knocking things off the shelves, getting the big tubs out. So.
Yes, I'm overdue for that. Yeah, if you want to hear Courtney, you're probably going to have to go over to TikTok. She's on TikTok. She's not over here on YouTube. So let's see. Round 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet into the same stitch, 2 double crochet in each stitch around, and then it says do not join.
I was worried it was going to be difficult to see, like, with the ring light on, but it's actually not too bad.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, it's easy enough to film with it, but I wasn't sure, like, how it was going to be actually crocheting.
Okay.
But now I have better light.
Oh, great. Yeah, I went and got 2 odd lights, which I forgot I had, and I was going to set them up before today's call, but I forgot.
Always the way.
Yesterday after the live, I had the training for the turtle rescue group. So I went over there, and I was over there for like 3 hours, a really long time. And then it was raining when I came out, so I got wet.
Oh no.
And then I just kind of came home and collapsed. I think I went to bed. I don't remember what I did. I got up this morning and I saw where I had like responded to people on Facebook, but I don't remember doing that. Oh, goodness. Okay, this is something new that I've been doing with my own star blankets. And I just have been keeping it a secret, but I put it in this pattern. So I say at the end of round 2, do not join. So you know how we have this common issue with the star blankets where I have you slip stitch and then chain up and then single crochet, and then everybody gets confused about where to join when they come back around. So what I've been doing is I'm not joining with the slip. I'm not chaining up, I'm just going right ahead to the single crochet.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm just skipping that. It makes no difference. Yeah, so I'm just going right to the single crochet, and I'm still going to mark it because there will be people that still get confused.
Mm-hmm.
And then single crochet around. And also this row right here, this row of single crochet is not in the star blanket pattern. This is an extra row of single crochet I've added to just keep the beginning.
Yeah, I was going to say, single crochet yet.
Just to kind of keep the pattern in the in pattern. So this is new.
Yeah.
You're getting all my secrets. I kept it a secret for a while. And then I put it in the secret pattern, the 8-pointed star that I did for the McKnitiverse. And I just left it in the McKnitiverse. So
people should 100% come join us because it is a lot of fun.
Yeah. You should join it just for the 8-pointed star pattern. It's like people just seem to really
and then stay for the fun.
Like it. Okay, so there we go. That is the new setup round 3, rather. And then it says to, okay, since I went for a little dig down into my little junk. See, it doesn't need to have all the hooks. Those guys are the problems. The hooks. And then, so what I do is I say, well, I'll put the hooks I'm going to need right in the thing. And then, you know, for my live, and then I end up on the live and I've got like all the, 8 or 9 hooks from 5 or 6 different lives. And they really should just go back in the jar. The jar is full. That's the other problem. Put them in the basket.
I need another jar.
Okay. Oh, fasten off, it says. Yes. And I went digging in there for my... See how easy it is to get distracted when you don't drink enough coffee?
Yes. Although I don't drink coffee, but yes.
I'm going to jump over one.
Ariana wants to know what we're working on. I'm just working on the 6-day kid blanket, the Aussie confetti version, which I'll hold up in just a second. And Beth is working on a Lovey that will then become a star blanket.
A Ridgy Didge Lovey. Okay, round 4. So this is where it starts to get a little bit different because in the star blanket, we just continue with the same yarn and we don't fasten off ever. So this is the first star blanket version that gives color changes. Okay, so it's gonna change colors on this row. So now I think I decided to go to the toy. So even though I joined over here, I can start. It says round 4 is with color B. Join with a standing double crochet in any stitch. So the way you start with a standing double crochet is you put a slip knot on your hook and then you hold it with your finger. You hold it in place. And then you just do your standing double as if. I always have to tighten up that knot a little bit, okay? And you shouldn't really need a stitch marker, but if you do, there you go. Whoops. Mark it right when you do it. Okay, and then it says double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, chain 1. So notice it doesn't say 2 double crochet in the next stitch. It says 2 double crochet. So that means you do 1 double crochet and then you do another double crochet. If the pattern wants you to do 2 double crochet in the same stitch, it will say in the same stitch. Well, that's a common error that people make, is they see that and they think because the previous row was 2 double crochet, or 2 rows back was 2 double crochet in the same stitch, they think this one is 2 double crochet in the same stitch also, but it's not. And then y'all leave me bad reviews on Etsy and say, this pattern's very confusing.
It's really not. Trust us. Trust the pattern.
I put more progress photos in. I put more progress photos in this time because I honestly didn't know how else to show where to join the next color with some of them. So I think progress photos are, you know, good things. I'm bad at taking them.
Yes.
But I'm going to be,
I am as well.
I'm going to be better. I'm going to totally be better. Everywhere there's a chain 3 is going to be where the blanket, where it's going to be the point. And everywhere there's a chain 1, there's going to be a valley.
I think I have it up in all the places that you're live.
Okay.
You're just live in that one Facebook group, yeah? Not multiple places?
I think I'm in the 6-day kid blanket group and on YouTube and then here on TikTok. I think that's it.
Yeah. And the McKnitiverse as well.
And the McKnitiverse. Yep.
Okay, then I have all the things. And Amy's in the McKnitiverse and she just sent like the star smiling emoji.
Is that what I heard? That's my sister. She's supposed to be at work. I'm going to call her work and ask for her.
She says that she is at work.
Okay, and then let's see what it says. Join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. Andrew says, hi, Sister Amy. Okay, so you should have, this is a 7-pointed star. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes, 7 chain 3 spaces and 7 chain 1 spaces. And the chain 3 spaces are going to be the points, the mountains, and the chain 1 is going to be the valley. That's set up round 4. So you should have 28 double crochet with 7 chain 3 spaces and 7 chain 1 spaces. I know y'all love your counts. So there you go. Okay, here's another thing that happens. Now we're at the beginning of round 5 and it says slip stitch. The first thing that you do is slip stitch. And I don't know why. What happens to people? I think because they join with a slip stitch and then they see slip stitch again and they go, well, I already did that. And they just pass over that slip stitch. But this is what we do. We do a slip stitch into the next stitch and into the chain 3 space. Chain 3, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. Whoops. Okay, so we're starting to make our...
Kathy over on YouTube saying, good morning, what star are you doing?
Good morning. It's the Ridgy, Didge, Lovey. And then in the chain 1 space, you do the DC3 together. Okay, and the chain 3 space, it's 3, 3, 3. Reading isn't their best skill. So, and that's a good example of, I used to not have the stitch counts in this pattern because people would say, how many stitches am I supposed to have? And then they would want to correct their stitch count. But that's not a stitch count issue. You didn't slip a stitch, right? So I think that, like, when we learn how to crochet and we're taught to count the stitches at the end of every row so that our work doesn't get bigger or small, you know, we don't lose stitches as we're going along, that isn't always helpful for every project. And it's not that I'm saying I don't think people should count their stitches, but what I see happening is people get confused about other aspects of the pattern, and then they want to just correct the number of stitches. So my advice, if you're doing a star project, a 6-day star project, is it will come out right. If it doesn't come out right, then you missed something or you misunderstood something. Don't just fix it and try to move on, because then later on we won't be able to help you, you know, like it will impact your work on the next row or 2 rows down the line. And if you just keep correcting the stitches, your star is going to look like wonky. Wonky. It's going to go wonky. Yes, it is going to go wonky. And a lot of beginning crocheters make the star blanket, and I encourage them to try it. But for a lot of people, it's, you know, they're very new to crochet, and so they don't have, you know, a ton of experience, and they're still doing that. Well, I'm going to count the stitches at the end of every row, and if they're off, I'll fix them. But often if the stitch count's off, it's because of that joining at the joining at the end of the row, or it's the person just overlooked the slip stitch at the beginning of the row.
Yeah. The best way that I found for joining to the right spot was to just put a stitch marker at the beginning of every row, so that you're going into the right one when you come back around.
Yes.
Especially when you get onto those rounds, like on the outer edges of that blanket, when it takes so long.
Yeah.
by the time you get back, you've forgotten what you're supposed to go back into.
Okay, round 4, it says join with the slip stitch to the, oh no, join with the slip stitch to the top of chain 3. I'm on round 5. This was round 5. Set up round 5. Okay, and then we're already fastening off our second color. Beck says, when I made my first star, I think counting everything actually made it harder. Thank you for saying that, because I have been shamed for my stance on counts. I am not going to sit here and count 100 and however many stitches on every row. Like, I'm trying to watch Outlander over here, you know, like, no way I'm doing that. That is not fun. I want to enjoy my crochet. And once you get the hang of this, Bex is right. You don't need to count, and counting is just going to make it harder. It's like I want to lay it down and I don't want to see the strings.
Exactly. Although I am trying to read and crochet. Because I'm reading some like ebooks and things, and there's the Kindle app for your computer, so I can make the font nice and big, and just sit here and read as I crochet. So, trying to get it all done. That looks really pretty.
Oh,
just as like that, just those extras done.
I see you, Kathy. Hi, Kathy. And then somebody else, I missed this other comment. S. Adelize says, I can't wait to try out these variations. I'm a star blanket addict. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the cult.
Yes.
Okay, we're on to color C, which is this Lincoln, it's called. Okay, so this is what I do with my stars. I finished off here, and I'm going to turn, and I'm going to start on another valley. I'm not going to start in this valley. If I keep just starting in the same valley, I'm going to have all this row of ends, and I just find that it's visible if you line them all up. So I rotate my work and I start in a new valley every time I change colors. And that's if I work a star blanket with a different color on every row, like doing the scrappy star, which, hello, it's almost time to start doing scrappy stuff. It's almost.
I haven't sewed in the end of my other one yet.
You haven't sewed in ends?
It's just sitting there. Yeah, it's just sitting there. I had plenty of yarn to make like another one as soon as I was done with that one. From all the other blankets and things I make.
Okay, wow. Okay, this says join color C in any space after a double crochet 3 together. So this is the space between a DC 3 together and a chain 3. So this one, not this one, this one. Okay, and it says join. So the way I'm going to join is I'm just going to pull it through. And I need to leave 4 to 6 inches of tail to weave in. That's how much I leave. Okay, this is round 6. Andrew, ding, 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 usually is the one dinging the bell. Let's see. Chain 2, double crochet 2 together. 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. Oh, hang on. Double crochet 2 together, and then I should have marked it. So it's this. Okay, that's my chain right there. This is the top of the stitch. That's where I'm going to join when I come back around. Okay, so now I'm back to my 3, 3, 3. Okay, and then so this is going to be my mountain, okay, and then this is going to be the valley. So I'm going to do a double crochet 3 together here and here.
Also, hi to Sunny over here on TikTok. I think we missed that. Hello.
What was that?
Sunny said hi. Is that,
oh, hi, Sunny. Okay, and 3, 3, 3 in the peak. And so you just repeat that around. DC 3 together, and then 3, 3, 3 in the peak all the way around.
The other fun thing about the Aussie confetti is I get to do row 3 twice.
That's true. So are you doing what I do and making 2 right side rows together and carrying?
No, I started this one already by that time. So this one has all of the ends.
Well, you could still do
That's
it.
all right.
You really can't tell.
It would irritate me.
Yeah, so that's
Because I would know.
That's the thing. There are going to be some people that would rather weave in the ends than have 2 right side rows together on their work.
I wouldn't mind it if I'd started it that way.
Uh-huh.
It's just that, like, if I was to change, like, I would know, and that would bug me. That's really not that bad. It's only a couple of extra ends per section anyway.
It's true.
And
it's not
worth it. Like,
it's not like the the retro rainbow where I changed colors on every single row.
Mm-hmm. And these colors go together so well, so I really don't mind. And then I have one more that I'll be doing in this style. It was originally going to be black, red, and white for the 101 Dalmatians, but we're now going with white, grey, and a duck egg blue. Because it matches that particular Dalmatian's blue collar better.
Oh.
So, but it's again going to be the Aussie confetti. So that extra row to be like little spots. So,
aww. So cute.
The next one that I'll be starting once I finish this one and the other 2 that I have sitting around that need to be finished.
Aussie confetti. The Aussies are making the Aussie confetti.
I'll have to go find the post that she sent me, because that's my friend who crochets every now and then, so she's in the group.
Oh,
And I was
okay.
like, let me know like what striping you want. And she's like, I would like this striping, please, because someone else had done like a red and black one, and it looked really pretty. So I have to go find out who it was so that I could tag them. Because I was like, yes, that's exactly what we want. Hi, Jackie. You probably can't hear me, but hi. Jackie is over in the McKnitiverse.
She's in the McKnitiverse. Hi, Jackie.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So on my next round, I'm going to go ahead and bump up to a larger hook because I have this curling that's happening. And it's just happening because, like I said, this isn't a fully circular pattern, so it needs to be a little bit more loose.
Now I'm just going to grab my stitch marker back from the other side. Because normally when I'm doing the standard one, the stitch marker just runs up the same side because the single crochet row starts on that side.
Oh.
But with the Aussie confetti, I have to move it to the other side.
Right, because you have
This
an
is
extra
the one that
row.
I'm using today from my advent. It's my little pretty crystal that I made.
Oh, how pretty. Are you doing your advent calendar again this year?
I am. I did some of the last lot of testing of shapes and things to make sure that they're going to work the way I imagined in my head. So I need to bake those this weekend and then work on the last couple of like freehand ones that I'm going to be doing. And then once I've baked those and checked them, then I can finalize the listing and get that up hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Is the goal.
Where will you be selling that, and are you doing any pre-sales?
It'll be on my website at myfairycreations.com, and it is a pre-order. So their advent is a pre-order.
Okay.
They will ship generally early November, like last week of October, first week of November.
Okay.
So especially for international, so that they can get to everyone by December, for December 1st. So
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you ship.
Yes, it is a pre-order.
Where do you ship to? Do you ship to the US and Canada?
Yes, I have it set up for US, Canada, UK, New Zealand, and Australia at the moment. But if your country is not there, just let me know, and then I can go find out what the prices are and add it to the website. And hi, Lacey. How's it going? We're doing the thing with crochet. Yeah, so if you're if shipping isn't available, it probably can be. I just have gone for like the most common places that people have asked for.
Yeah.
And then add as anyone else requests.
Cool.
Yeah, it's lots of fun. Yeah, to open a stitch marker every day for the month. It's from the 1st to the 25th of December. I have a lot of fun making it. Because I didn't really see many out there, and I was like, fine, I'll make one myself.
Yeah, I love it.
It was a lot of fun last year.
My sister loved hers. It was so fun when she got it because she was like, Courtney sent me something. And I was like,
yeah, it was just that was fun. But yeah, so I'll be doing that again this year. Couple of things that I just need to finish finalizing, and then I'll look at it. I'll know the stitch marker count, because I'll be doing what I did again with last year's one, where with some of the bigger stitch markers, you'll get a matching smaller one. Especially for those of us that do the amigurumi, because the bigger ones can get in the way.
Cool.
You get a matching little one.
Okay, I feel a little bit better. My eyes, I'm so puffy today. Let's do my little routine for my hands. And then I do feel like I need to get up out of my chair for a sec. So.
Good idea.
I don't know how long it's been, but I'm going to get up.
An hour.
It's been an hour? Okay, I'm going to get up and move around a little bit, and maybe make another cup of coffee. Do a little
just
yoga.
Crocheting along. I'm on the single crochet row.
Oh.
So I have to pay a little bit of attention to what I'm doing. Especially in this dark purple.
Oh my God, my back just cracked like 6 times. I'm going to start my coffee. I'll be right back.
I'll be here. But yeah, we're working on blankets. Probably is everyone today. Hope you're all doing well. Apologies to everyone on all the other platforms that probably can't hear me or can only barely hear me. But we're over here on TikTok doing the things. I'm working on a 6-day kit blanket. Beth has been working on a 6-day Ridgy Didge style Lovey, which is our new Lovey pattern that you can find in all of the links in either of our bios. And it goes with my little fairy Lovey, which is this. So I got my fairy Lovey that we recently released and have a bunch of bundles. You have such great patience. I despise making blankets. Well, my background, like that over there, is a massive blanket that hangs on my cupboard door. I've got, I think I counted like 7 half-started 6-day kit blankets in various levels of done when I was organizing my projects. Blankets are my go-to, like, chill, don't have to pay attention to what I'm doing. Like, I can just chill out and watch a show or listen to a book or something. Yeah, blankets are fun. Working on a very basic mindless base blanket, yeah. It's great fun for that. Yeah. Six-day kit blanket is my go-to blanket pattern. It's pretty much the only blanket I make now because it is fun, it is versatile. None of my blankets look the same. It's great. I love it. This is the colorway we're doing. Hold up so you can actually see. Now the pink is more pink than it looks. It looks quite red. I promise it's pink, but that's what we're doing. Okay. And this blanket is getting shipped to the US when it's done. Very excited about that.
Courtney, are you doing your, when you say your site, gothberriescreations.com, are you doing your Shopify site again?
Yeah, so that's what it is. It's the Shopify website.
Oh, okay. So we should connect on Shopify collabs so that I can add your products to my store. And you know, I don't know if I can actually add your products, but I think I can link to them somehow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that with another store owner, the one with the scented stitches. We've been trying to like figure out the easiest way to affiliate with each other's stores. So, but make sure you let me know the link when you do put up your pre-order so I can add it to this video and blast it for you. I hear my coffee is done.
I made up a new little creature today. It's a strawberry top mushy dude. It's cute. Make sure you post it so I can go look at it when I'm done. It's like, I love mushroom dudes. They're cool. But yeah, so it'll be Advent soon. And then I can get started on making all of the pieces for everyone. But yeah.
Coffee is delicious.
So I can get it done. Yay.
I could hear you talking the whole time.
Yeah. I'll just keep everyone in. Well, everyone on TikTok anyway. I don't know if anyone else can hear me.
You know what I've noticed on TikTok when I was doing the marathon when I was doing that crochet marathon, I like stayed live all day. I would just leave and people would hang out.
Yeah, it's really weird.
And I would come back and
I've seen
people would say
do,
like
ones where they're asleep, and I'm like, I don't understand.
yeah, and people would be like, what's going on? Is she on a break? And they're just like, yeah, they're just talking to each other in the comments. I made up a new little creature today. It's a strawberry topped mushy dude. It's cute. Oh my goodness. You guys with your amigurumi and then making all these twisted animals.
We love it. It is lots of fun. As you like, I have a lot of them.
Beck says, if I'm watching a live, I can't get distracted from crochet by scrolling. I know, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm exactly the same.
All right. I'm moving on to round 7. And let's see. Okay. So the previous row says, join with the slip stitch to the top of the first DC2 together. Make sure to join to the top of the cluster and not the chain 2. Well, secret, Betty's secret, Betty doesn't join anymore. She just goes right on to row 7, which starts with single crochet. And so I don't do the join and then chain up anymore. I just start crocheting at that. But that's I don't know, that's a secret code. That's my secret.
Yeah, sharing all the secrets today.
It's an insider secret, exactly.
Yeah.
One day, I do it on the granny square too. I think that's when I started doing it. I started just not doing the join and the chain up and all the stuff. I was like, why don't I just keep going here? I could do that.
Well, I do my corners and my granny squares different to you, so I have to like. I don't know if you can ask, Beth, can you zoom in on TikTok at all on your phone?
I tried, but I think because you're on here now, I can't, when I touch it, something, oh, there it goes. Never mind.
It zoomed.
It wouldn't zoom. I couldn't get it to do it before, but now I figured it out.
There we go.
All right.
Great.
I'm really zoomed in and you have a way better view over on YouTube. If you really want to see the stitches and the tutorial. If you're on TikTok, it's really, more hanging out, I guess, with Courtney. And don't feel like you have to stay, because I know it's really late for you. It's like midnight, right?
Like, I'm wide
it's
awake.
Only midnight.
My whole sleep schedule is all kinds of messed up.
I know, I get that.
When I was reading the last book of the series, I was up till like 7 a.m. I was like, cool. The sun is up. I should go to bed.
That happens to me every once in a while too. One night I was talking on the phone to my sister and I was like, the sun is coming up. We have to go to bed. I don't remember what the heck we were talking about or why we were even on the phone at that hour.
Doesn't matter. It was fun. You guys were having fun.
Oh, it wasn't fun.
Oh, man, who knows? Because normally if you're up chatting that way.
Lacey is saying, Courtney, I found a loophole to get cheap shipping to ship yarn to Adele in Oz.
Okay, well, I need you to message that to me so that we can figure that out. Although it will probably still be more expensive to send to me, purely because I'm on the West Coast. Yeah, because Adele's over on the East Coast. I actually need to send her some stuff soon as well. Some yarn that she uses that is not for me. these. But yeah, I'll probably stay on until I'm done with this like stripe of color.
Okay. She says she'll message you on Discord. Just shipped a large pack to Melbourne for only $32.
That is good. And that's 32 US dollars, so that is pretty good. Thank you. Because then I'll actually see it, because Discord will come to my computer. And it won't get lost in the millions of notifications that are currently happening on my phone. But I am glad that because I've got the tripod that's attached to the ring light to put my phone in, and it's like relatively stable. Like I've bumped the table a couple of times and it hasn't shook too much. So I'm glad.
I really should have marked this stitch at the beginning when I was being a smart ass and not doing it the way the pattern says to do it, but I didn't mark it.
Yeah.
So, but that's what it looks like at the end of the row when you don't do the chain up. The slip stitch and the chain up. Okay. And it does say if you experience, that was round 7. If you experience significant curling, move up a hook, which I've already done. Okay. You should have 4 single crochet on each side of the peak and 3 single crochet in each chain 3 space. So let's see. Yeah, because you should have 1, 2, 3, and then 1 for the DC3 together. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then you finish round 7 by just slipping into that first stitch. So that's why I marked it, so that I could do the slip stitch. Okay, and then I'll take that out. All right, so there we go. That's what the end of row 7 looks like.
I really like just those 3 colors together.
Yes, they're pretty. Coffee is good for me. Do you know about this yet? Have I told you about this? Maybe I'll do calm. This scented stitches. I'm still waiting for my affiliate code.
Exciting.
I'm not crazy about this particular scent, but it's an aromatherapy balm that you put on your finger. And the finger that you tension your yarn with, and then as you're working, it goes into the yarn and scents the puts the oil into the yarn, and then your project will be scented. And they have different, this one is calm, and it has lavender, bergamot, sweet orange, and patchouli. It's growing on me as I'm using it. I don't really care for patchouli. That's not an aroma that I normally enjoy. So I've been avoiding using this one, but now just even having it on for 10 seconds, I'm already I'm liking it more.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's an exciting and interesting way to make things smell nice.
Yes. All right, let's move on to round 8. So here's one of the times where you slip stitch at the beginning of the round. So I slip stitched to join, and now I'm slip stitching again. 1, 2, 3. If you overlook that, it will cause so much drama. 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. And then 5 in the peak. 5 double crochet in the center. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 4
trying
going.
really hard not to listen to you counting.
1, 2, 3.
It's just because I'm on that same row, like with the double crochets.
And you're doing the other blanket.
Yes, I'm only doing 3.
So I
just happened to be there as you went to 5, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Oop. My number is 6. So I'll just stop and point this out because this is true for the star blankets and the regular 6-day blanket. Is as you're coming down the valley, you always land in between the second and third double crochet of that last group of 3 before the cluster. Okay, so if you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and you see you've not landed here, you need to go back and check what's going on, because you should land in this center single crochet here, and then you should land in this guy right here, always. And that's true for both blankets, the star and the regular.
And that saves me so much time when I'm doing that right.
Yeah, because when the star blanket is humongous, and you don't want to count to like 35 or whatever. I don't know if that's the right number, but you don't want to have to count, to a billion. You can just start coming down the side, and when you get here, you're done. And then you skip 2, 1, 2, and then you start your double crochets again, and it should be 4. 1, whoops, 2, 3, 4, and then you should be in the center single crochet for 5. 1, 2, I'll count in my head.
It was only when I was at the peak that I was like, no, that's not good.
I know when you switch back and forth between blankets, it's easy to like put 3 in the top on the star, or 5. Try to put 5 in the regular blanket. Okay, and then it's 4 to go down. So it's 4, 5, 4. So, but do you see what I mean when I say just correcting the stitch counts? If this isn't working out, just correcting your stitch count is not going to fix it. And it should work out perfectly. You shouldn't have to correct any stitch count. So if your stitch count's off, you need to go back and redo that row to correct it, not just like fudge and say, okay, I'm supposed to have 36 in this round, so I'll just make it 36. It's not gonna work. Lacey is saying, I wonder if there are any essential oils in that balm. Essential oils are dangerous with acrylic yarn because they can cause a chemical reaction and melt. Oh no!
It's a very good point.
I've been using it on a lot of projects and I haven't had any issues, but I'll reach out to the maker and double check with her about that. Surely they've thought of that because these are made for yarns.
Yeah, you would hope so.
She says, I hope that company warns people it can give off fumes that are dangerous if breathed in. Maybe that's why I was coughing on my live the other night.
Maybe. Definitely reach out to them and see.
I just started coughing out of nowhere.
Yeah. I think I'm going to have to do some more lives like this and just get some of this blanket done. Just randomly pop on for a little bit every now and then.
I really enjoy coming on and crocheting live, even if I'm not. I mean, I'll slow down and teach something, you know, if I have to, but even if I don't have to, I still enjoy coming on and just like crocheting on live and having somebody to chat with. And I stay on task so much better, you know, way better than when I'm just watching TV.
Yeah. I get very distracted when I'm watching TV because, there's something on my phone, so I'll see what's on my phone. And while I'm there, I'll look at this. And then it's been a while and I haven't looked at what I've been doing. For this row, I have 2 rows left of this purple. Join the next color and then do the purple again. Adjust my legs.
Okay.
They were just in an uncomfy position, so it's like, okay, time to rearrange.
Okay.
Cross them a different way.
Okay, and I'm at the end of round 8 here. And it's joined with a slip stitch to the top of chain, the chain 3, and fasten off. Okay, I'm going to be joining a new color, but I'm going to rotate my work and join in a different valley. It does smell really good. Doesn't say anything about not using it with acrylic yarn. And I mean, I can't imagine this company would have this whole product line, the intention of which is to scent yarn and not have considered.
Oh, definitely. Go through the stitch, please.
I would think you would have to have a higher level of oil to yarn ratio to that's what I'm thinking. Maybe like straight essential oils would be dangerous, but yeah, I can't imagine. But I will reach out to them. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. And I'm sure you won't be the first person to, you know, to have that thought. They do. She says they have a tab for essential oil safety on their site.
Oh, there we go. That's good. I would look at it, but I can't reach my keyboard. So
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Round 9, using color D and working around the back post. Join with a standing double crochet to the second double crochet after any skip 2 in any valley. Okay, after the skip 2 in any valley. So pick a valley. After the skip 2, you're going to join to the second double crochet after. Okay, so we're working around the back post. So when you back post, you work from the back. You go around the back and you work around the post of the stitch. Okay, and you just work your standing double the same way that I did before, which was to put a slip knot on the hook and then work your double. Okay, and then it says 4 back post double crochet. So this is the Ridgy row. It's the Ridgy Didge.
Yay. It looks really cool with just that little bit of texture.
Yep. And the little peak of color underneath. I mean, you can do this variation and then 5 double crochet in the peak, and we're just doing the 5 double crochet in the top of the stitch like normal, not around the back post. So you can use cake yarn for this variation also, or you can do it in a solid and just have the row of texture, there in a solid color. I think it still would be beautiful. But if you really want to pop that ridge, you want to use a high contrasting color on the between. You want to change between rows 5 and 6. Okay, so 5 back post. It was 4 and then 5 in the peak and then 5 to go down and then skip 2 and then 5 going up.
So this was day 6 of the crochet along, yeah?
That's right.
The last day.
Yeah, Lacey, I'll reach out to them with your concern. But I don't want to say something about the product that might not be true on my live, because this video is going to be it's going to be on my YouTube for a while. So I will reach out. Yeah, I will reach out to them and see. But I can't imagine that they would have a whole yarn line and be working with the essential oil and not realize what you're saying.
Yeah. You'll check in with them and we'll see what they have to say.
I met them at H&H Americas, so surely
we Was that the conference?
Yeah,
thing
I met them at
you
the
guys went to?
Craft Industry Alliance conference. So
There's someone's doing a crochet con the convention next year.
I saw it. Now my camera's
And
not.
it looks like it's going to be virtual and in person. So like they're going to have like a virtual ticket as well. So you can attend some of the stuff online, which I think is really nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I may check out the online side of it and see what some of the classes and talks and things they do.
Mm-hmm. I was talking to her about doing some somatic crochet workshops. I'm not sure there's a lot of interest in it, though, to be honest.
That's fair. I think people just don't know what it is, and so they're not really sure.
Well, I kind of presented it as, like safety, ergonomics, and safe, safe crocheting.
Yeah.
Self-care and body care. I don't really know why my camera does this now. Remember, Courtney? I know you remember this because remember how I used to have to turn my camera off and turn it back on a million times for Ecamm to pick it up? Well, it's doing that again.
Have you changed the cable?
It's not the cable.
Because I don't remember what fixed it last time.
It just stopped doing it. And then they updated the software, and Canon has updated their utility software, and now it's doing it again. So the only thing that I have found that works is to just kind of wait. Bye, Dee.
Yeah.
Dee has a mani-pedi appointment.
Oh, have fun. Bye, Dee. You can really see the pops of color now that you've done a couple of sections.
Yeah. Well, this on TikTok this is why I want an OttLight, because I can see just on the different platforms that the colors are not showing up the same. So this on TikTok looks really yellow, but it's not yellow at all. It's like a peach, a really light peach.
Yeah.
The name of the color is Toy. I've used it in a lot of the blankets, but it's like a real pretty peach color. It's okay, Lacey. It's no problem. I just wanted to let you know why I'm not like continuing to engage and respond on that topic. But I am taking what you're saying seriously, and I will reach out to the vendor about it, because I really do like their product. And I don't intend to stop using it, but if I can't use it on acrylic yarn, I'm going to stop. Yeah.
The color you're using now, is that more of a peachy color? Because it looks really orange.
No, this color is orange. It's not. It is
orange?
Yeah, and it's not really like a pumpkin orange. Like, it is a bright orange, but it's more like, I would call it like a tangerine. Yeah. Or a clementine. Clementine, I think, is those little cute, they call them cuties. Those little oranges, tiny oranges, right? That's a clementine, right? That's like the color that it is. Yeah. Once again,
eat any of the oranges.
You can't eat them?
No, I don't. I don't like the texture of them. No.
I don't know why that strikes me as funny.
One of those things. I don't eat a lot of fruits and things for that reason.
I love fruit. But it's like one of the things that I'm not really supposed to eat a lot of. And I'm like, come on, fruit's healthy.
Yeah, and everyone's saying to me, it's like, you need to eat more fruit. I'm like, but it doesn't taste right.
I wish somebody would tell me to eat more fruit. They told me to stop eating beef, which is like my favorite thing to eat. I'm like, come on, I can't have beef.
Why? That's silly. I don't know what I would do if I couldn't. Like, staple food.
I know.
Stitches.
But they said I could eat more fish. And I was like, oh, that's great. I love fish. Yes, it's back. It's sometimes I think it just needs a little time to process.
Yeah.
Okay, where was I? I'm on round 9.
Single crochet row.
Round 9, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back post double. I think I explained it already.
Yeah, you showed how to do the back post as well, like what they are and how they work. I've done a whole section. I'm pretty happy with that. Well, I will have when I'm done with this.
Nice. I know you just want to get back to reading your books.
No, I can't tonight. I have work tomorrow morning.
Oh man.
I can't stay up super late. I have to be awake and functioning to teach maths in the morning. So
do you ever, when you're not reading the book, like wonder what the characters are up to and what they're doing now and like think about them? That's how I used to be.
It's like so the series I just finished, it's 5 books that are out and we're getting up to 3 more after. So we thought it was done, but apparently there's 2 more books and then like a little novel. It's called a novella. It's like the other novella was like a Christmas special. It's like just a little like happy short book about like everyone. So there's still 3 more coming for that series. So now we're all just like, okay, so what are these characters going to get up to? What else is going to happen to them in this universe? So very good. Yes, I have learned that I can, depending on what I'm crocheting, I can crochet and read at the same time, as long as it's an ebook, because then I can just have it up on my screen.
That's insane. I cannot crochet and read at the same time.
I can do it.
I can't do it. I've tried. I can barely crochet and watch TV at the same time.
Yeah. I'm always watching something when I'm crocheting. And then I'm also like starting to test out some audiobooks and see if I can do like tolerate the speed, because like I know you can adjust it. And I did mess around with it and I turned it up to like 2 times the speed and I could still process what was being said if I was just listening to it on its own. Because I read a lot faster than they talk.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, I could be reading this faster.
Well, depending on
crocheting, the audiobooks will be good.
Depending on how they read it or who's reading it or doing, just the way the person speaks. If they're already a fast talker, then yeah, but usually I turn the audiobooks up to at least 1.5. Bex says they listen at 1.8.
Yeah.
It just depends. There have been a couple that it's like it was just going too fast for me to process because they were already fast talkers to begin with.
Yeah. Just like I crochet fast, apparently I read really fast as well. According to my friends. Like when we've been reading together and like chatting about books and stuff, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, you read so fast." I was like, "Do I? I'm sorry." It's just what happens. I have so many messages and notifications.
You do?
Yeah, it's always when I'm busy doing something, that's when everyone's like, "Oh, let's chat."
Where's Courtney? It's midnight. Who's calling you right now?
Well, I did post on my stories that I was live, so like at least the Instagram people will have seen that like I'm live.
They're probably like, I know she's up.
Yeah.
Bex says, I think it definitely depends on the genre too. The pacing of the story makes them talk faster too. Well, that's true. I usually am listening to other types of books for this training program that I'm in. And it's more like I don't know, more like self-help, nonfiction self-help, or not. It's not really self-help, but that kind of thing.
Like you need to pay attention to the content. It's not just the story.
Yes, exactly.
Or I'm here with my fantasy books, living in my worlds of dragons and fairies.
I need to download more books like that. And because I
can send you all of the recommendations.
I used to read, novels. And then I started doing, like the somatic training. And then I stopped reading novels and I started reading stuff that had to do with somatics and, personality stuff and energy stuff.
For ages, but like I didn't, like I wasn't going, okay, I've finished this book, I need to read something else. And then I read Fourth Wing, and I was like, okay, I need more books like it, because it's fantasy romance. Well, it's a fantasy romance book, and a lot of the other ones that I've been reading are that. But you also get some that are more romance and fantasy, which is it's just interesting to read. Like it's a different take on the fantasy world instead of it being for like the teenage age group. It's for the older, like the adult books. It's very good.
Okay.
Very, very entertaining. And I get to read about dragons and fairies, which is always fun.
And there's my Ridgy row. I love how it makes the points look with the ridge and then the point. I think that was so clever. And it was D. It was D that came up with that idea.
Yeah.
So clever.
It was beautiful.
Okay. Again, it says join with a slip stitch, but guess who's not going to join with a slip stitch on the single crochet row? I'm just going to start single crocheting across the row. And this time
my charging cable does actually reach.
This time I am going to mark it. Okay, so we're
my phone at some point.
This is round 10, and it's single crochet in each stitch around. You're not the boss of me pattern, and I wrote the pattern. And I'm still like, I'm not even letting myself be the boss of myself. I'm rebelling against my own words. Okay, and then this is weird, but in the top of the star blanket in row, well, on this pattern, it's round 9. There are no setup rounds. But in the peak of the star blanket on what is known as round 7 in the star blanket, you make 4 single crochet in the point, not 3. 4.
That is where I make my most mistakes.
Yes. And then all the different star blankets, the star, the superstar, and the supernova, even though they're all like they're very similar. They're all there's a different number on each of these. So depending on which one you're making, you have to look up how many single crochet are in the peak each time. Or at least I do, because I don't even know.
Yes.
Like, I know the star is 4, and then the superstar I think might be 2. I don't remember. I'm not even going to say because I know I'll get it wrong.
But they're all different. So just double check
I
which
have
one you're making.
no confidence, but this one is 4. So you just single crochet all the way around until you get to the peak, and then you do 4 in the peak.
Color and join it on so that it's ready for next time. The other blue. Alright, there's the other blue.
Hi, thanks for sharing the live.
There we go. Where did my scissors go? There's scissors. A couple of stitches so that the yarn is secure. And then that's my purple stripe done, except for the accent row I have to do after this one.
I'd be worried somebody I gifted to might be allergic to scents. I would definitely ask before I used it on something that I was going to give away or sell.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it on a baby blanket for sure. Because who knows
I
what...
probably would not on anything I was selling either. Like, I'd probably do it on gifts. At least not without checking first.
I do it for myself.
Yes. And people should make more things for themselves.
I mean, but
It is fun.
I like the aromatherapy while I'm working. I like the aroma. I like the smell. It calms me down, or it impacts my mood, you know, which is what aromatherapy does.
Mm-hmm. Stop, because otherwise I'm just going to keep crocheting all night. Hold it up for just a second. I have to figure out what time next week and hop on again. Just do random lives. Sit and work on this. All right, there we go.
Yep. I'm going to do some stash busting in September. I think people are going to start with the Stash Bust September thing. So I think I'm going to be trying to finish up some works in progress before I start doing that. Because I have a lot of half-done stuff sitting around.
This is what we did today. We started at the purple there, added the blue accent, and then all the purple, and then I started the next blue.
Wow. That's a lot.
I started there. In what, just under 2 hours?
Nice.
How many peaks is
You're
this?
fast.
I've already forgotten. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's a 12-peak blanket for this one.
And do you know how many?
Even though it's a baby blanket, I'm just making it a bit bigger so that it lasts a bit longer.
Yeah. Do you know how many peaks, how many repeats you're going to do, or how many strips?
1 extra than the baby blanket has.
Okay.
So whatever the color repeat is for the baby blanket, 1 more of those, and then the squaring off. Because it's going to be bigger anyway. Well, I'll see, because it's going to be bigger anyway because of the extra granny rows for the confetti effect.
Okay.
So when I hit the standard amount of repeats, I'm going to see how big it is. But on the ones I've been doing without that, I've done that extra repeat of the colors, just to make them a bit bigger, especially for the ones that I'm sending to the US, because like I want them to be able to use it. This is my blanket.
Okay, cool. It's beautiful, Courtney.
I love it. But I'm going to live and leave you. Go to bed, because it is getting late.
All right, my dear. It was so good to see you and go live, and then holler at me when you're live. I'll jump on with you if you want anytime.
Yes.
If we're on the same, if we're awake at the same time. I guess that's been the problem, being awake at the same time. So thank you so much for another great collab, and it's been so great hanging out with you.
We have our little barrier. Yeah. She is.
Oh, she's so cute. Bye, Courtney.
Find the button. There it is. No, where's the button? There it is. Same. No, same. How do I leave?
Get out.
There we go.
Can I,
Bye.
bye. I was going to say, do I have to kick her out? I have no idea how to do it. Okay, let's see. I am at the end of round 10. Join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. That's that one right there that I marked. Bye, Courtney. Okay, and then moving on to round 11, it's chain 2, double crochet 2 together, in the same stitch, and then I'm going to mark that. This is the one where people get confused about joining. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch twice. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Skip 2, 3, 3, 3 in the third of the 4 stitches. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next twice. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Skip 2, double crochet 3 together. Okay, so that's what it should look like so far. These double crochet 3 together should be dropping right in the center of the valley. And so in the 6-day blanket, the star blanket's a little bit different. In the 6-day blanket, you have 2 double crochet 3 togethers that come together in the valley, and they're repeated. But in the star, you have 1 and then 2. So we'll do 1, and then in the next round, it'll be 2. It's just a subtle difference. Okay, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next twice. Skip 2, 3, 3, 3 in the third. Single crochet in the peak. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next again. Skip 2, double crochet 3 together in the bottom of the valley. So it repeats around to the last peak. On my phone, it looks like I'm like really zoomed in, but on the I can see on the image, it just isn't that zoomed in. Okay, that was weird. Three, 3, 3 in the peak. Double crochet 3 together in the valley. Skip 2, 3 double crochet. Skip 2, 3 double crochet. Are you in the group, Andrew? Andrew's asking how to tag on Facebook to tag you in my pics. So I think you can do the at Betty McKnit, and I would love it if you post it in the group too, so everybody can see, because it's very inspiring. Which one are you doing, Andrew? You probably told me and I forgot. Yeah, if you're participating in the crochet along, make sure to post your progress pictures. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. I'm going to give people about another week or maybe even longer to post their progress pics from 6 days of working on their projects. Then I'm going to choose one person from each social media platform to send a little gifty to. Thank you for reminding me to say all that. It can be any 6-day project. If you have been inspired by the lives and the swatch alongs that I've done, you can start one of the new stripes, or make one of the Loveys that I designed with Courtney's new fairy, or her bunny, or her bear. You have like so many choices. I'm a weirdo. I don't do crochet alongs like everybody else. I think the way I do them is actually wrong. So I think I'm going to reformat my crochet alongs a little bit. But yeah, it's more like, hey, I just released like, I don't know, this was like a 6-7 pattern drop, counting Courtney's. And it's like, here you go. Here's a bunch of stuff. Pick something. Let's make it. And then I go live and I do the tutorials live, which is backwards from the way I think most people do it. But anyways, pick anything you want. Make any 6-day thing you want. And then give me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even if it's the swatch, even if it's all you did on day 1 was the swatch, do not skip the swatch. Do the swatch first. And then post it in the group and let me and the mods take a look at it and check it over and see if we can spot anything. That any of there's, the common mistakes. There's a handful of stuff that a lot of people do on their first go round. And then we'll see if you're doing any of those, and we'll help you out. But definitely post your picture, especially if it has a mistake in it and you don't know what you did. Don't rip it out and then come in and say, is there a tutorial? Is there a video? Is there stitch counts? Is there this? Is there that? Post the photo so we can take a look at it and say, oh, you forgot to skip, or you forgot to slip stitch, or you have the wrong number of stitches here or there or whatever. It's just easier to help you that way. Even if you want to tag me on a TikTok, I'll take a look at your TikTok. Or if you want to email me your photo, I'll take a look at it. But I have limited time to look at individual emails and photos. I have a whole group of people. I have moderators and people that have made more 6-day blankets than I have in my Facebook group, and they will help you. They'll answer your question if I'm not around. Join with a slip stitch to the top of the double crochet. It's getting big. Okay, I'm on 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 4 more rounds to go, and I'm not going to do the border, but I am going to get up out of my chair again, and I'll be right back. I'm back with my Costco snack. Andrew says, I have a question for you about my... You know what happened? I went and used the restroom, and then I washed my hands, and my soap dispenser, I used the other bathroom that I don't usually use across the house, but my soap dispenser that I have in there, it's the guest one, and it must have been like dried up and I was trying to get the soap to come out, and it squirted all over. It went right up my nose, went in my mouth. Squirted all over me. Soap. So I'm recovering from that. Andrew says, I have a question for you about my subscription private messaging. Yeah, it went right up my nose. Message me in the McKnitiverse so that whatever it is I have to take care of, I can take care of it over there. It's no big deal. I just don't use that bathroom. It's a guest bathroom. Anyways. What round did I say? Soap attack. Exactly. It's Amy's bathroom. I guess now I know not to, to check that before you come, Amy. What row was I on? Oh, we're changing. This one has to be fastened off. This was the row 11. So I'm changing. I did 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. And now I'm changing every 3. So down here I did 3, and then I did 2, and then it's going to be 3 from here to the end. So this is 11. And I'm starting on 12. That sounds like the McKnitiverse. I think sometimes your live stream will end in 5 minutes. Why is my live stream ending? Maybe it only lets me go for so long. And then it's done. Well, it looks like the whole thing is flipped anyways, so I'm going to have to flip that over. Okay, what color? I'm back to the white. And I rotated, so I'm going to join here. Join color E with a slip stitch in any space after the sew here. Okay, same as before. It's this one. Any one between the double crochet 3 together and the next. Not this one, this one. Okay, to the left of it. If you're left-handed, the one after, you'll be going that way, so it will be that one, but if you're right-handed, it's here. Slip stitch, chain 2, double crochet 2 together in the same space. And I'm going to mark it. Three double crochet in each of the next 2 spaces. Okay, there's 1, there's 2. Three double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet in the peak. 1, 2, 3, chain 3, 3 double crochet. Okay, and then you're going to do 3 double crochet in each of the next 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then double crochet 3 together here and here. Hi, Miss Betty. This is Pauline. I've been a YouTube fan. Hi, thank you. About several of your pattern. I think you should have videos on this pattern. Step on YouTube is not really clear. You could do something like Annie's. Because your pattern is all over the place. Please, I need help. I understand that people want me to make more videos and that people want me to do it like other places do it, but I am not good at it. And I think that my patterns are really clear, and I think that I've provided a lot of video and I've provided a lot of free resources in my Facebook group. So if you need help, we're happy to help you. But if you're waiting for me to make another video or for me to make videos that are just specific for certain people, it's not going to happen overnight. And it's, you know, I don't know what to say. I'm doing a video right now for this pattern. So this is how I do it. So if you have a question, go ahead and ask it. But I have a lot of people coming on telling me I should this and I should that. And I just, I mean, I work with Annie's and they sell my patterns, so. I mean, if you're commenting on Facebook, it's coming up as Facebook user. You must be in my group. So if you need help or you're stuck, what we do in our group is we have you post a photo of where you're stuck and we will help you. I'm not Marley Bird and I'm not Mikey. I don't have a team of people helping me edit video, and I don't like doing it. Hi, Johnette. Interesting name. I love the way you spell that. Yes, it is my pattern. It's the 6-day Ridgy Didge Lovey. And I'll also just add on to that and say the people that really have a lot of trouble with my patterns are the people who have been crocheting for a long time and they're used to they're used to the way other people do things, or they see something and they go, well, that doesn't look great. That should really be this. And usually people do it like this. It's different than what they're used to, and they just change it, or assume that I meant something I didn't mean. And then they get messed up and they start saying, well, it's not well written because it's not written the way that they were expecting it to be written. Thanks. My dad was John, and I am like Paulette, but I am Johnette. I think that's really cool. Hi, thanks for following. Three, 3 in the peak. I mean, the 6-day star blanket works up quick. It starts out quick. And it progressively takes longer to go around each round. Let's root for each other. I love that. Thanks. So, Pauline, I'm still looking at your question over here. And you're saying you need help, but you didn't respond when I responded to you to say what you need help with, or what the problem is, or where your what your question actually is. I'm doing the 6-day Ridgy Didge Lovey. Courtney, my collaborator, Gothavery's Creation, was here earlier, and she showed the little fairy Lovey that she made, the little fairy creature she made to go on top of it, and it was a really cute pattern. And I don't have mine within arm's reach, and I'm going to be real honest. I'm not sure where it ended up after I did all my photographs of it. I did a big photo shoot with all my blankets and Loveys, and I don't know where they went. And slip stitch into the top of the double crochet. Hang on, I don't want to slip stitch because I'm gonna do my secret. So it says join with a slip stitch. This is round. This was 12. It says join with a slip stitch to the top of the DC2 together, but I have been rebelling and not doing that part. I'm just starting right in with the single crochet, and then I'm going to mark that. Deborah says, I have a friend by the name of Johnette, can remember her dad's name. I think Mighty Networks shuts down the live after a certain time. Seems like it's like an hour and a half or 2 hours. So this is another single crochet row all the way around. It's a nice mindless row. Oh, that could be. I thought I only set it for an hour though. It's really hard for me to go over there and follow the comments over there as well as all the other places. But I know it's easier for you all to find the live if I just do it in there. I'll get better at it. She is on TikTok, and her last name begins with an F. And her last name is displayed on TikTok. Interesting. Well, I might be seeing different things because... Bye, Bex. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day, my dear. I am going to do, hold on, 3 more rounds after this, and then that's it. Oh, wow. Okay. Debbie says, I met her in Hawaii, but she's in Virginia now. Debbie, did you see what's happening in Hawaii right now? Yeah, I was talking about the fires on Maui. And then I saw where somebody was, I think they were reporting from an airplane, like reporting for a news outlet, and saying that people were headed, for Hawaii for their vacation. And there were people getting off the plane. And there were people that weren't getting off the plane. It's just like, don't go to Hawaii right now, even if you're going to be diverted to Honolulu, because all those people from Maui need to go to Honolulu now, and they need the resources there. It's not a good time to vacation in Hawaii. Okay, let me see what round was that. Was round 13. And it says you should have 10 single crochet on each side of the peak and 3 single crochet in each chain 3 space. Okay, so there's 3. And if you just look at the double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. That's 10, right? So you should have 1 in here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's your 9, 10. 1, 10, and then 3 in the peak. Okay. Round 14, single crochet or slip stitch in the next stitch, chain 3, 9 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then, hold on, did I do it? Yes, I'm at the peak. 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 10 to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Skip 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 10 to go down. Okay, and that just repeats around. So, I have had a couple of members in my membership community make this up as the star blanket, and there are some different opinions about if you're going to keep going with the star blanket and do the ridge row on row 6 as you continue. Some of the crocheters that like to make the star blanket with the ridge row don't do the ridge row on every single repeat. They only do it on every other repeat. I personally like it on every repeat, but some of us think it's too much. I also thought that one thing that you could do if you wanted to would be to turn the work on row 6 and you do the front post double crochet just like the regular Ridgy Didge. And then you would have a blanket that had, that was reversible. The way that I normally work the star blanket is I don't turn it. So the whole thing, it has a right side and a wrong side, and the right side's always facing. And it is a choice that you could make where you could flip the work on every row, just like we do working back and forth if you wanted to, if you wanted the blanket to have a right and a wrong side. Hi, Samantha. Welcome. Do I need a moderator? Is something happening that needs to be moderated? I am new to your channel. Well, then, no, I'm not going to make you a moderator. I have people I know and trust moderating for me. So thank you for the offer, but no thank you. Andrew's still here. Like, YouTube is good, no spam, okay? I'm still back on the comment where the lady said my pattern is all over the place. At first, I thought she meant that it's everywhere, like all over the internet, and it's for sale everywhere. But now I'm feeling like I was insulted there. She was insulting my pattern. And anyone that would think it would be okay to come on my live and say something like that does not belong in my group. I know, and I'm like so naive, you know, that I just like, oh, your pattern is all over the place. I'm like, my pattern's all over the place. I'm famous. And I don't think that's what she meant. Now I'm just like sitting here ruminating. I don't understand people, why anyone would think it would just be okay to publicly like come after somebody like that. Let's see what's going on over here. Thank you so much, Candy and Joanne. It's the 6-day Ridgy Didge Lovey. I've got like 2 more rounds after this to do. And I've been on here for like going on 3 hours. So I'm just about done. And I'm getting crabby. I'm getting crabby. The filter's breaking down. It's the 6-day Ridgy Didge Lovey. Matches the 6-day Ridgy Didge blanket. And it is this precursor to the 6-day Ridgy Didge star. Did you make this pattern up yourself? Yes, I did. It's beautiful. Thank you. Okay, I should have marked that in the beginning, but I didn't. And the pattern actually says to join with a slip stitch and then chain up. On the next round, it's going to say chain up, but I'm not going to do that. I'm giving you my cheat codes. Oh no, wait, that's not what it says either. It says to join and fasten off. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay. And then when I join a new color, I always do it in a new spot. I fastened off there, so I don't want to join there. I'm going to go join in another place. Did I answer, Joanne? Did you make this pattern up yourself? Yes, this is my design. Okay, round 15 is another ridge round. So you're going to start with a standing double crochet, and you're going to join to the second double crochet to the left of any chain skip 2 space in the valley. Okay, so it could be this one, it could be this one, it could be this one, it could be any of them. Hi Hessa, how you doing? Thanks for sharing the live, y'all. I appreciate it. All right, I'll be good and I'll mark my first stitch. I've forgotten like every single time. Okay, and then it's back post double crochet. See, I would not count them. I would just go up to the peak, but it is 10. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 'Nope. It says 10. Oh, I only did 9. I miscounted. It's called the Ridgy Didge. This is the Lovey, and there's a blanket also that matches it. 5 double crochet in the peak. And when we do those 5 double crochet in the peak, and this tutorial will be on my YouTube when I'm done here. When we do this 5 double crochet in the peak, we do it into the top of the stitch and not on the back post. Okay, and then it's 11 back post double crochet to go down. Do you knit also? Yes, I do. I used to knit more than I crocheted. Well, let me back up. I started out as with crochet when I was 7 years old, and then I learned how to knit. And I mostly knitted. I knitted more. Well, I crocheted, and then at a certain point, I thought I just really want to knit. And again, and so I like kind of retaught myself how to knit when I was an adult. Then we're going to skip 2 in the valley. 1, 2. And this is like a little checkpoint. If you're skipping 2 and you're not skipping 1 from this side and 1 from this side, something's wrong. Okay. You want your skip 2 to straddle the skip 2 in the row below. All right. And then we're working back post double crochet going up. Yeah. So then for a long time, I didn't crochet very much and I knitted. And I only crocheted when I wanted to get something done really fast or do something larger like a blanket. And then I made this pattern called the 6-Day Kid Blanket. And unbeknownst to me, it went viral while I was in grad school. People were making it all over the place and kind of like rewriting it and redoing it. And I didn't even know what was going on. And then apparently I was #1 on Ravelry and I didn't even know. And somebody tagged me in something and said, well, I'm in good company. Anyways, I'm #2 behind Betty McKnit. And I was like, what? What's going on? And I was getting a bunch of emails and stuff. And so that's when I started my business. Knitting, I can't do it. I have a course in my membership community called Crocheters Learn to Knit. I was thinking about running that course again. And I also wanted to run a course, do a course, Knitters Learn Crochet. But the way that I did my course was I designed it for crocheters because there are certain skills that you already have as a crocheter that translate well to knitting. And I think it's easier just to teach you using the skills that you already have. And so I have, rather than teaching casting on first, which even if I was teaching someone who didn't know how to crochet, how to knit, I wouldn't teach them how to cast on first. I would cast on for them and then teach them how to knit. And then once they got the hang of it, I would say, okay, now you got it. Now I'm going to show you how to cast on. And then I would teach them how to do a knitted cast on, not the other ways that people do, but I digress. What I do with crocheters is I have you chain and then I have you pick up stitches into that chain to cast on. And it's just easy for crocheters to understand because you already know how to pull up a loop in something. So that's how I do it. And then I get you crocheting and I get you knitting in the round right away. So you have an actual project. You finish the course with a cute little hat. And you have a project, and the skills that you learn are knitting, purling, knit purl ribbing. You learn how to knit in the round. You learn how to do I-cord. You learn how to decrease. You learn how to cast off. You learn all those things. And then after you've got the hang of all that, then I go back and I say, okay, get your straight needles. And now we're going to cast on. And then I show you some different cast-ons that you can do. But yeah, starting with casting on is just frustrating. And then you're on straight needles. So you're working back and forth and you're making garter stitch. And it's like, huh, what is this? I don't want to do garter stitch. And I remember thinking that when my grandmother taught me how to knit, like, why does my knitting look like this? Hers looks like, like my store-bought sweater, right? It has a smooth side and a bumpy side. Mine's bumpy all over. I didn't like garter stitch. Now I love garter stitch. Like, I just find that fabric to be like such a warm, cozy, wonderful fabric. I love garter stitch. And 1 by 1 rib. Like I love those 2 stitches. But yeah, way back then I was like, what is this? This isn't what I wanted to do. So, anyways, in my class, I get you to knit in the round right away, and you make a cool fabric, and it's it capitalizes on the skills that you already have and the way that you work with yarn and what you understand already as a crocheter. All right. I'm not counting. It should be 11. Network is down. You mean at your job? See ya, suckers. Looks like Friday started early. TGIF. Bye bye. See ya. I'm going to finish this up and try and get to the post office before it closes. Network's down. I'm done. Will probably come up 5 minutes after you go. Yeah, because you probably reset it on your way out the door. Let's see if my camera comes back on because my overhead just died. So I was really trying to get through all 16 rounds of this, but it looks like that might not happen if it doesn't come back up. Last time I got it to come up by unplugging it. Ooh, that worked. Yay. All right. Yeah. I'm still quitting after this next round, which will be round 16. And then I'm not going to do the border. Someday I'll do a video maybe for the border of the blanket, and it's the same. The Ridgy Didge blanket has the same border. Five in the top. I'm almost there. Debbie, did you make it to your dad's already? Oh no, you said you're multitasking working at home. Okay. says join with a slip stitch to this top of the standing double crochet, but I'm not going to because I'm going to single crochet. I'm not going to do the join and chain up. I'm just going to start my single crochet round as if. Okay, and I'm going to mark that. This is the last round I'm going to do. This is about 3 hours and I'm pretty cooked. So while I'm doing this, I'll just remind everybody to post your progress photos. I'm going to give you, and just on this round, there are 4 single crochet in the peak. One single crochet around in every stitch around. Remember to post 6 days of progress photos. I think I just decided just this minute. I'm going to give you to the end of August. On September 1st, I'm going to go ahead and choose someone from each social media platform, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I don't think people post and tag on YouTube like that, but so I'll say Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Did I miss one? I'll choose one person from each. You have to show me all 6 days of your progress. And the 6 days don't have to be in a row, and you do not have to complete in 6 days. So give me this is my day 1, this is my day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. Here's how far I got. Please, 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 if you haven't started yet, start with the swatch. Follow along with me on the swatch videos that I've made for you. And start with your swatch and figure out your blanket from there. You're starting yours tonight, Andrew? Well, holler at me if you need any help, okay? Ping me in the McKnitiverse or in the Facebook group. If you post a photo of your work in the Facebook group, if you have a question, don't rip it out. Post the photo and let us take a look at it. And a lot of the time when people, let's say their issue is here at the join, or they don't have the right number of stitches and they're at the top here, and it's like, I did my 8 stitches, but I'm not at the top. And they're trying to make their 5 double crochet here, and they take the picture and they take the picture of this. But what went wrong is back here. Okay? So don't just take the photo of where you're at and where you're realizing that it's not working out. You have to show us, the whole work. Or maybe you could show me this and then, zoom out. Here's the join. Usually the mistakes are at the join of the round. Okay. So here, and then show me the join, and then show me the whole thing so I can zoom in, use really good light, and I will zoom in. I'll take a screenshot of it and I'll zoom in and I'll circle the part where the mistake is, okay? So post your photo. If you get stuck, post a photo of the whole thing. And definitely swatch first, because I hate to even say this, but I can kind of tell when people don't, because they're doing the double crochet 3 together over 3 stitches instead of into 1 stitch. And always, always, always read the pattern. A lot of people, if it doesn't work out, or their counts are off, or they're not hitting the peak like they're supposed to, they say the pattern must be wrong. Well, the pattern says 10, it must be 11. Or the pattern says this, but I'm getting this, so the pattern must be wrong. There are mistakes found in the pattern from time to time, even after all these years, even after all the testing, even after a whole bunch of people have made them. I am surprised every once in a while somebody will come up and say, it says this, but that doesn't seem right. And they'll be right, and it won't be right. It'll be a typo, or it'll just be something I overlooked, or, you know, these patterns have similarities. So I do a lot of cutting and pasting on the people that test them and help me make them and help me work it out. Have done a lot of 6-day blankets. So things get overlooked all the time. So I'm not saying that the patterns are perfect. It's not me, it's you. But I'm just saying often that is the reaction. The reaction is like, I wonder if there's a mistake in the pattern. And I just want to say to that, probably not, but it's not out of the question. But the best thing to do is post a photo in the group or email it to me or DM me or make a TikTok and tag me. And I or somebody in my group will take a look at it and tell you what they think might be going wrong. I have some people in my group have just the most incredible eye for detail, and they see things that I don't even see. Sometimes I'll just take a quick glance at something and I'll be like, oh, you forgot to skip. But that won't be it. I'll just kind of like look for what might be the most obvious thing. And I also do things when I'm tired. But some of these crocheters they've done a lot of 6-day blankets, and they have amazing eye for detail, like Fran and Della, who follow along on YouTube, and they catch me making mistakes a lot of the time. They're like, aren't you supposed to be doing this? And then one time, I don't remember if it was Della or Fran, they were like, did you just skip 3? You were supposed to skip 4. And I was like, what? And they were right. So yeah, I've got a lot of people over there, and it's a really nice group. Like that lady that was just snarky, she's going to get removed as soon as I'm off here. We remove anybody that acts like that. Everybody's nice to each other or they get the boot. It's the way we do it. And we're there to help. The whole group is there to help. Crochet is meant to be enjoyable. It's meant to relieve stress and not cause it. And if you're feeling frustrated, slow down, put it down, take a break, get a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, take a nap, take a walk. Pet the dog, feed the cat, meditate, breathe, do some yoga, whatever it is you do, come back and look at it. Sometimes it's really like when we look at things for too long, it's when we start to get frustrated and we just can't see the answer. So I'm a person that has to marinate. So stepping away, letting something marinate, and then coming back to it later is, just a great way to just give your eyes and your mind and your attention a reset. And a lot of the time when you do that, you come back and you're like, oh, I did this and I was supposed to do that. My group is full of free resources and articles about how to approach this project. Betty, Fran, and Della is me. Fran in Facebook comes up. Oh, you're the same. Why didn't I know that? It's Wefley. Oh my gosh. Well, I just gave you both credit for being amazeballs. Oh, good grief. All right, I've been on here too long. Yep, you're the one. You're the one with the eye for detail. It's amazing to have you here, and I really, really appreciate you. Okay. My wrists have had it. My legs have had it. My mind has had it. I've got you all the way up to row 16 of the Ridgy Didge Lovey. And if you put 2 and 2 together, you can keep going with this and have your star blanket with the ridge row in it. And with that, my friends, I leave you until next time. Have a wonderful day, and thanks so much for being here with me. Mwah.